Hey guys, so ST710 back at it again for the third time now on, excuse me, back on the, oh my goodness. Anyway, I'm just going to restart that. What's up guys, ST710 back at it again for the third time in Vortex. I just want to say that, real quick, my assessment in the last video of that tornado being in EF5, like, I'm recording this before I've posted that video, may not have been correct. Retroactively, I'm going to downgrade that to high-end EF4. But today we have yet another setup that could produce an EF5. Cape values over 6,000 joules per kilogram. Storm relative helicity 329 meters squared per second squared. Lapse rates 4.3 degrees Celsius per kilometer. And then the Torcon, as always, up at 10. I only film my Torcon 10 days for y'all because, well, if there's like a Torcon 2 day, I don't want y'all to be sitting here like, where's the crazy tornadoes? Like, I want to be filming the craziest tornadoes this game can deliver. So I've actually found out something interesting about the lore of the game. Shout out to the two developers that actually commented on my first video. It turns out that the Tuscaloosa-Birmingham tornado is not the tornado that is mentioned in a lot of the lore throughout this game. It turns out that it is actually a separate tornado entirely that went through. If that tornado exists in real life, I don't know. I don't even know the rating of the tornado, but I assume it was probably an EF5 based on the fact that this is clearly a slab from one of the tornadoes, and definitely cracked and damaged, but that's probably just natural because the super outbreak happened, I think, about 15 years ago this year. Jeez. And then this right here, I believe, is also a slab from the event. But anyways, of course, we've got a clean map. The National Weather Service is back, and so is its radar. As I keep slamming into the fire hydrants. That's not a problem with the game, that is just an issue with my driving skills. If you notice though, my cache in game has actually gone up a little bit. Another thing one of the developers said is that you could probe tornadoes, and I actually ended up doing that for a moderate risk tornado, and I got wind speeds of about 175 miles an hour on all three of my probes, which gave me $1,000 each. Yeah, I can obviously tell that's the wrong way. That is not the road I wanted to take. I wanted to take that one, but yeah, so I'm just waiting. One of my complaints I actually voiced in my first video was that the map size is small and that the tornadoes kind of bounce around the map. But that's actually by intentional design, so especially with the tornadoes, so that you have to deal with the full lifetime of the tornado. But I mean, that's not really a problem for me, and besides, with the somewhat random deviations that can occur in tornado motion in real life, this game is a pretty decent practice for anticipating deviant motions, as we got our first storm firing up here. And besides, having the map be like really small like this, like I could cross over the map in a minute, kind of has that old classic tornado game charm that a lot of tornado games from a couple years back had, like Tornado Simulator 2, I remember, was a big one. And then the more survival-centric Tornado Alley Ultimate, a lot more of an arcade game, also had a small map, although that was like you run across the map instead of drive across it. But you know what I'm saying here. All of the complaints I mentioned are just splitting hairs, and in reality, this game's probably about as good as storm chasing games could get. So just looking in there, I don't see any visible funnel yet. And there it is. So we got our first touchdown here. And again, I know for a fact this tornado is going to grow to be violent because, I mean, look at this setup here. But still, this game is just too fun to have any real problems with. So this tornado is going to just barely miss Aldora. And it looks like it'll probably clip southern Freeport. I know this road crosses Alabama 150, then turns back up into Freeport. So next I gotta judge what direction the tornado is moving. I'm just gonna come to a stop right here. Oh, it's might actually come more towards downtown. It's difficult for me to tell. But it does look like it's going to actually clip the northeastern side of town. Look at this. It's already, tornado's cone shape is already grown a little bit. Here it is. It's crossing over the hill. Actually, it might spare Freeport entirely. Which, of course, realistically, that's good. I'm just crossing the Memorial Park here. I know I'm not saying as much as I did in the last videos, but I'm just a little bit tired right now. Whoa, my goodness. Jump scare. I don't actually have my audio on, so that probably would have been extremely loud. So now the question is, does it hit Elwood? So it missed Eldora, just barely missed Freeport. But it's got town number 3 still in its path. The width of the tornado is definitely increasing, but it's only up to green TVS. Keeps tracking along this path. It might get the truck stop on the south side of town. But I feel an intensification coming on. Yeah, the tornado is definitely going to miss me probably just a couple hundred yards to my south. Okay, it's morphing. It's going multi-vortex already. Are you kidding me? Oh, we're in for it today. Yeah, looks like it's going to... Actually, it's going to miss the truck stop. Man, talk about a close shave, though. Both for all three towns. Single light pole. Well, two light poles flying around the tornado. One of them just got yeeted right into the gas station. The other one got yeeted right onto the highway line. And there goes one of the freeway signs. This tornado, I would say EF1 as of right now because of the power poles. Here's the high tension power lines. Boom, there they go. So now the question becomes, where will this tornado go when it DVDs? Oh, and look at this, we got crop scouring already. Very, very tight rotation. Oh, it's morphing back into a cone shape. Checking TVS color here, probably orange right now. Yeah, orange. Actually, it's morphing into a thicker cone instead of a typical one. You still got some of the suction vortices dancing around. I don't know what this is. Oh, that's one of the insulators from the power line. Oh, dang it. Did I get stuck? Yep. Well, now I know not to try and run over those. But, you can see, of course, tornado heading that way. It actually left a little bit of crops unscarred, but that was because they were at the intersection there. Gonna continue up towards the map. I'm gonna actually head up to the north side of Elwood. Just because I don't know which direction the tornado is going to go, but I do have some pretty good ideas about it. Okay, it bounced. Oh shoot, it's going to come into Elwood. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Get y'all's popcorn ready, because this is where the show begins. It's going to hit the north side of Elwood proper. So I'm just going to run around to the south side of town. Of course, since my sound in my headphones is off, the only way I can tell the sirens are active are if they're rotating. But only 3 of the 4 sirens do that, so I can never tell if Freeport's siren is active. I'm just going to continue to back up the highway ramp here. Wait, it actually looks like it's going more back over its own track, so probably being over here is a better idea as I run into someone's truck. That would have been deafening. You know what else would be deafening? This freaking screamy thing right here. At least I've got my audio turned off, but now here it is crossing back over 459, and now it's gonna hit the truck stop and the 5 guys. I'm gonna do a quick check on the tornado intensity per radar. TVS is yellow. And there goes the first. And there go the cars. Here we go. It's just throwing all the cars out of the parking lot. There goes the gas station itself. Every single car that's in that lot just getting thrown off to the side of the interstate. But looky there, that's what we came for. All the debris. I really actually like how the debris will sometimes circulate around the tornado as well. There's your debris ball on radar. But now it's going to actually head into Freeport. Looking at the damage here. Oh, wait. Okay. That looks to me like it would probably be EF3, because you can see the gas pumps there are still intact, but the gas station itself has been mostly gutted. I'm going to call that EF3. Again, this is all just based on a rudimentary understanding of the National Weather Service's damage indicator scale. But now, buckle up, boys. We're going into Freeport. Oh man, it's actually hitting the western side of downtown right now, which means it's gonna go more into the residential areas. This is where the crazy stuff happens. I mean, look at that. It's so shrouded in rain, can't really see anything. But there's cars that have been tossed a long way. I'm gonna let that pole roll by me. Just, oh my goodness. Oh man, look at all the debris piling up onto that building right there. See right here, it looks like the sign for this restaurant got blown into the restaurant. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah. Or, actually I don't know the interior of that restaurant. I'm not gonna guess anything. But yeah, all the cars have been hurled off into the forest. Yeah, now it's hitting residential buildings. And so far looking more of an EF1, EF2 through Freeport as of now. Of course, I'm going to ignore that slab. I know that was there. Roof removed from the gas station there. Yeah, I'm going to say EF2 damage through Freeport. Keeps the tornado as an EF3. Interesting, though, is that this is the first tornado I've actually seen to impact the church here. You can see all the cars got thrown. The door of the church is gone, all the windows are gone, but the pews are still in there. That church must be built really friggin' strong. But now it's going to cross Lake Cyclone and into Eldora. So this tornado misses all three towns and then hits all three towns. This tornado is going to pull the triple. I'm gonna unofficially say, like, doing the triple in this game, it means a tornado strikes all three towns. But here's the thing, tornadoes, when they cross Dogwood Lake, going this direction, they tend to not produce too much damage. Well, I have to wait and see right here. And there we got debris. Again, we got debris. Oh, and a good deal of it. Holy moly. I just saw a chimney in there get absolutely flung. Look at this. Probably a much more compact rotation at this point. Tornado morphing again. Let's get a quick check on TVS. TVS color is yellow. So man, this tornado at a maximum of orange TVS has produced a lot of damage. But it's getting to that time of the in-game day where tornadoes tend to weaken. Yeah, right here, this is probably some high-end EF2. I know all these homes are single-story. But we're still calling EF3 for this one, based on what it did in Elwood. Look at the damage here. That's another thing I love about this game. You can get random objects embedded in random locations. Actually, looks to have gone over Camp Cyclone. That's not good. But it's down to a green TVS. Yeah. Camp Cyclone living up to its name here. See, this is bad because you got trailers here. I know for a fact that there was a car right there, probably. All these tents got blown over. Got some cars thrown around. I think there were probably tents that used to be there as well. Now I just gotta continue getting out of Dodge because the tornado looks to be wedging out. Update. Continuing on his previous path. It's down to blue? That is a blue TVS Tornado? Are you kidding me? Stop here. Oh gosh, it's gonna go back into Eldora if it doesn't dissipate. You've gotta be kidding me. Back up. Yeah, I still see a tornado on the ground in there. I'm just not gonna trust the radar right now. Yep, back in Eldora. Pretty sure this screamy thing is spinning. Yep. Oh shoot, it's actually coming more towards me, so back up. Very slowly backing up. Oh, screw it. Back to what the devs were saying. One of them said that hopefully my chases won't have any psychological horror. Oh boy. Yeah, look at it. You can clearly see a tornado on the ground in there. And yet on here there is no discernible tornado vortex signature. See, like there is a tornado. Although actually I think it's on its last legs. Yeah, it is shrinking very rapidly. Like I'm visibly seeing the funnel retract. So, tornado number 1 on the day, an EF3 that hit every single town in the game. Or all 3 towns in the game. Missed all 3 and then struck all 3. So that's really cool. Here are the last breaths of the tornado, pretty much right back where it started. As the yellow thing goes for another spin. And there goes the visible funnel. Tornado's still on the ground, as you can see. Right about now, that debris cloud should dissipate. If the tornado recondenses, then I know that the storm didn't truly cycle, and that it's just the same tornado on the ground. Although translucent, see if the cloud is... yeah, it's dissipating. That's it. Well, everybody, that's a wrap for tornado number 1. There she goes. I cannot see it anymore. So now, wait and see if the storm cycles, drops another one. Which, given this insane setup here, I wouldn't doubt But again, that tornado got only up to only got up to orange TVS, EF, and EF3 damage. And here's tornado number 2 on the ground right now. Watching for the tornado to condense here. Is it going to condense? So what is that random hold in there? Okay, I know for a fact the tornado is on the ground. But I'm still not seeing a visible condensation. Never mind. There she is. Tornado number 2 on the day. Underneath the railway. It's going to come up towards interstate over at that area. Then where it'll go, who knows? But as you saw with the first video, the problem is with the tornado forming right now is that it'll reach its peak intensity during the night. So, oh boy. This could get ugly. I don't know if it's actually approaching the map border or not. I'm just looking here. I don't know exactly where this tornado is going to go. Yeah, it's at the map border. If I'm sitting right here and the tornado comes right towards me, I mean, I've got 2 pretty decent ways to escape. Of course, the question is, which way will it go? That was a beautiful lightning strike. Alright, so it's still very weak. Did not blow down the power lines. Okay, so now we gotta be watching for that DVD. Could happen any moment now since it's technically off map, but it's heading up toward the corner. Did it just deviate? Yeah, it did. It's just gonna pass right up here, but it bounced like more that way, so it's gonna bounce again. It's already tearing up crops. That probably happens at a lesser intensity than I thought. Yeah, it's only at green TVS and it's taking some crops out. It's actually getting to a pretty decent size right here. Okay, it bounced. It's Freeport maybe. Oh, this one's gonna go to that really cool shape, and now we're blowing out transformers. I don't think I've actually seen this shape, man. It's growing quick. Either that or, well, it's probably not growing, it's probably just coming more towards me. I know I shouldn't go down that dirt road, I know I shouldn't keep going forward. The way to escape is backwards. Oh! Light mode users, I know, will not be fazed by that, but dark mode users, oh man. That's actually really cool with the sun shining through the tree. and then all of a sudden you've got this giant friggin' tornado. That might be the thumbnail shot. Yeah, I'm gonna get my cursor out of the way. Yeah, that was the shot. I saw a really good power flash in there. Oh, I saw debris start flying. Something is getting hit. Is that WCYL? I mean, it's got to be decently close to the station. So far, it's still transmitting. Oh man, more debris. I just... that has to be WCYL. The station is still broadcasting music. Wait. We're in Elwood right now. So that probably this tornado probably just went over the debris that the first tornado went over, and it's hitting the gas station and truck stop again. Another potential thumbnail shot right there, but holy moly. Yeah, somehow WCYL misses destruction. But right through here, I can't really say I can give this tornado anything higher than EF1, because, well, actually maybe EF2, EF1, EF2, because Five Guys was already damaged. Yeah, but this is beautiful. Oh man, it's like shaking the car from all the way over there. This tornado has got to be violent. I am absolutely losing my bearings here. I meant to go into Freeport to escape. But, okay, it's taken down a wind turbine. Real quick, intensity check. Pink TVS. So the tornado is a certified violent one. I'm gonna head north, try and get the tornado to jump south and into Freeport. I want to see how the power flashes illuminate the tornado at night. Freeport, Elwood, Eldora, I don't really care. I just want to see some crazy destruction. But now I'm going to have to rely on radar to see how the tornado deviates. I'm going to watch the edge of the storm through Freeport. Now it just looks like it's going really slow. Nope, picking up steam here. There's a veil of rain right here, this bear's cage I'm going to have to punch through if I want to see the tornado and its power flashes. But all I know is somewhere in here is a massive tornado. This is why I don't like storm chasing at night, even in a video game. Can't see a dang thing. I'm just going to turn my car's lights off so I can see better. Just looking down the road, I don't see anything. I think now is when the horror element comes into the game. Because nighttime tornadoes are friggin' terrifying. So the tornado bounces. If it bounces more this way, it'll go in between Freeport and Eldora. But if it goes more this way, yeah, we could get that intense tornado heading straight through Freeport. Well, I can see a little bit more of the storm. All I know is that there, somewhere in that void, is a wedge or multi-vortex tornado that has the capability to cause absolutely insane destruction. It's crazy how many pink TVS tornadoes don't hit things in this game, but then again, that's kind of to be expected. Tornado is at the map border. It's time to see what direction it'll take now. If it just goes due east, though, it'll probably deviate shortly afterward. Come on, go to my east. Go to my east. Is it going back over its track? It better not be going back over its track. Ah! It's going back over its track. Wait, or is it? All I'm seeing in here is some really threatening looking clouds moving my way. I'm gonna go ahead and escape. I don't know how wide or strong the tornado is or isn't. Okay, where is it? What direction is it moving? Okay, got a debris ball to my southwest. Somewhere in there is the tornado. There's so little out there to impact. I'm not sure how I would be able to break the tornado damage. I'm not seeing a single power flash. We've reached midnight in this game. The tornado hits the map border again. Going back through, casually back through a barbed wire fence, and hightail it into town here. Is that a lightning flash or a power flash? That was probably lightning. Okay, got a new... Ooh, moderate risk. This is the first time I've had back-to-back, like, high-level risks. Like, I've never had back-to-back high risks, or a moderate risk to follow high risk, but it's going back over its track again. But you know what? This might be my longest video yet in this game, because it looks like this storm complex is far from done. Is it going... What direction is it moving? Grr. For some reason, whenever tornadoes get like really powerful, they like to just bounce around right here. That's probably just like a chance thing, but yeah, once this tornado is over, I'm gonna go ahead and stop filming. And I'll just continue playing through the new day. But if this tornado will just not go back northwest, that would be great. It's going back northwest, isn't it? Yep. Goes right back over its track again. It's maintained pink TVS for quite some time. It looks like there's a more northerly component to its motion. I'll go as far as the streetlights go here. But beyond that, I'm not doing it. Until I know for a fact that tornado's going back over its own path. Brother! I'm not mad at the devs. This is just really, really poor luck. Yeah. Oh, geez, that was close. Let me go ahead and position myself for an escape. Starting to see starlight over there. Okay, so now the tornado is weakening down to red TVS. But this is hilarious because this is now the 4th tornado I've seen to get to pink TVS that starts over here, then bounces over here, and then just kind of bounces around in the southwest quadrant of the map. Yeah, rapid decrease in intensity. I can actually see the tornado over there, just barely. Definitely still on the ground. Approaching the map border again. Does it hit Freeport in its last breaths, or does it remain relatively peaceful? It'd be incredible to get like a super well lit morning tornado, but this one, I don't think this one's gonna last to sunrise. Yeah, down to yellow. At least I can see it now. So it's not sneaking up on me. It deviated back over its path again. How many times has that happened? Well, we might as well, since the tornado is weakening, move in for a close intercept. I could have just gone straight. Is this a turn? Yes. No, look through here. Just like look through here. There's nothing left. Probably because this tornado hit the same area like 5 times. But this is gonna be close. This is a bit too close right here. Okay, I know I'm really close. I'm making money. Got up to 88 miles an hour on Mesonet. Whoo-wee! That was cool. That's the closest unprotected intercept I've gotten of a tornado that was of significant intensity. Pump jack over there is actually destroyed. Oh, wait, what? Is it re-strengthening? So I know that's a shape that when a tornado takes that shape from experience, that it's probably not weakening. Because when a tornado is at the end of its life in this game, it will take that cone shape. There's a thumbnail shot. But I'm in a really bad position right here because I'm right up next to the map border. If the tornado takes the path I'm expecting, I'll be right in the middle of it. Actually, no. it's actually got an easterly component to motion this time. You know what? You know what? For the heck of it, since this is probably getting close to the end of recording, I'll go in for another close intercept, because that was actually really cool. So probably going to completely miss Freeport, but that's okay. But here, wind's going up, wind's going up. Oh, got to 100. Oh, there I go. Okay, that was a bit too close. Chase her down. Well, that went badly. At least I didn't like get caught right in the middle of it and get thrown really far like we saw some of those cars. But yeah, the tornado looks like it's actually holding decent strength. Back up to orange. I think it might be feeding off the new thermos. About 4,300 joules per kilogram of Cape, 250s on the SRH, 8 degrees Celsius on the lapse rates. And I know the lapse rates can carry in this game, so oh boy. This may be the longest lived tornado I've seen in this game. But I don't know if that's for sure or not. Oh, remember when I was talking about crazy damage? Look at this. Look at this nonsense, bro. I'm not mad about that. I like that. Oh, back to cone shape. And this will probably be it for the tornado. Yeah, visibly shrinking. I'm gonna try and get close again. So I know So I know this vehicle gets tossed at with 100-mile-an-hour winds, and it's just throwing cars that were already thrown, and it threw one of them right into me. You know what? One more time for the viewers. I might just start doing that for fun. That's actually really, really... I know I shouldn't be doing that in real life, but it's too much fun. So at least I know the tornado still has winds over 100 miles an hour. And it's going to head up by the weather service down to blue TVS. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say that's it for this chase, everybody. Don't do what I just did there. Be safe if you're actually out storm chasing, and just, oh man, it's just like a parking lot over here. So I'm just gonna keep looking at this damage here and keep on playing. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the recording. Y'all have a good one. So with Thunder 710 out.